and somebody walks on the side of you. See, a lot of people want a whole bunch of fluffy stuff and they want people to pat them on the back. And then when they do something wrong, they say, don't judge me. But you let me pat you on the back when you did something good. The same way you need to be told when you're doing something wrong. Somebody needs to tell you. That's what a father does. A father tells his child when he's doing wrong. And that's what we are. And that's why God said, nobody get in front of the children. There's a whole bunch of babies in the church body who think they're elders, who think they're really something in life, but they're still babies. And everybody's standing in front of them. No, they need to be told and redirected in love and in gentleness. That's why the Word of God says that if you see a brother who's weak, and you can tell he's weak by the way he responds to this world, that we restore him in gentleness. So today, you want to grow from being a vessel of clay, a vessel of wood, and you want to become a vessel of honor that God can use. So at the end of your life, that Jesus comes and he hugs you and he puts a robe over your shoulder and he says, well done, my good and faithful servant, enter into my rest. That's what I'm waiting on. I want to get there, and I want God to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into my rest. That's the promise for a man of God. That's the promise for a woman of God, to enter into his rest. But we can have his rest now. We can have his rest while we're here if we respond as men of God, as women of God. And I don't have to stay all stinky and dirty. Why? Because Jesus delivered me from the power of sin. The power of sin no longer has dominion over me. What has dominion over me is the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God has dominion over me. But he's not like the voice of this world. He's not going to yell and he's not going to shout. What he's going to do is he's going to speak a soft, gentle word inside my soul and let me know that I'm going off track. But in order to do that, I need to know the Word of God. So my word for you today is, if you want to grow in your walk, today, begin to read your Word of God. And not only that, get discipled from somebody that's already been delivered from them things, that's already walking it out. There's somebody in your church, there's somebody you know that's walking it out in truth and in spirit. Because they got to have the both together. Because if it's not in truth, but it's in spirit, then you got people falling around all the place